Hello, my name is Mike Bennett, and I'm going to do a quick little demonstration review on an experiment I'm doing. I got off Amazon this this pump. It's hard to see. Etenwolf Vortex S6. What drew my attention to it, I was looking for like an onboard air option. And my Jeep's kind of old, so I decided maybe installation could have potential issues. If I'm looking to be cost effective, I may be dealing with things rusting, and I'm not sure what it's worth. So I wanted to experiment with it as a possible airing back up option after taking it on the beach and stuff. This is a battery powered pump, and I'll show it to you. I'm not doing a full review or an unboxing, but it's 100% duty cycle, which for roadside and stuff it doesn't need to be, but in general a lot of more cost-effective pumps and stuff on the market are 25% or 50% duty cycles. And if you're going to try and pump up 4 tires with them, they'd run for a few minutes and then they need to rest. This is also battery powered, so it's not connected to the battery or plugged into the cigarette lighter. And it's a dual cylinder compressor, so it advertises pressures up of like 150 or 160 psi. That's not a tire inflation pressure option, but that helps keep the speed up. So what I did is I also, off Amazon, and I cheaped out on this, but I grabbed a inflation set for 4 tires simultaneously. I don't know that it'd be faster. It's just part of the experiment. See if I can kind of do a fix it and forget it kind of thing and inflate 4 tires. So what I've done is I've deflated my tires down to about 18 psi. I'll show you the stuff and I'll get through. You know, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I will include affiliate links, and if you find this helpful, if you buy through my link, I'll make something off of it. But yeah, I'll move to showing you the pump itself and what it comes with. So I've got my little tripod set up. To give you an idea, I will say I was somewhat impressed when I ordered this thing when it came. The packaging is high quality. When I ordered it, it appeared to be a little on the expensive side, above $100. But there was a $50 coupon at checkout, and that made it worth it to me. If that ever goes away, I'd be torn on if I consider it worth that price. So it comes with a pretty solid carrying case. The packaging was definitely above par for most things like this. When you open it up, there's an insert in the top. The insert in the top has the quick connect for the tires, and a charging cable and brick. I've decided to permanently connect the quick connect. It's a nice size package. It's lightweight, as you saw the bag it comes with, and this is also a low pressure inflation setup where your pool toys and things of that nature are always an option. And then on the back you have the connectors for, you know, bicycle valve adapters, you know, balls and things, other manual inflated things. For my purposes, I would certainly make sure it's fully charged. I'm gonna get my other stuff set up. I picked this one not only because of its low price point, but the connector on it. It comes with the choice of either like a high pressure hose or the tire adapter thing. What I figured with this is it connects with that, which is ideal. For higher end, some of the beaches by me they have high volume air tanks and everything for reinflation. I have the high pressure air hose with the regular inflator setup, which more than likely I just go wheel to wheel. It'd probably be quicker anyway. For this, I don't know if this is going to be faster. It just makes it more of you can let it run while you do something else. But when I do connect this, the tires should all equal out, and then I'll run it and air them back up. My Jeep, I have 15-inch wheels, and these are 33 by 10 tires. So I only go down to like 18. I don't need to go further than that. Normally I run them around 30. Makes for a nice soft ride. It's a Jeep. It's primitive. So my test is basically going to be to air them back up to 30, which for my purposes is an adequate highway pressure and not a problem. Most people would probably go for 35 to 40. I'm more or less just doing this experiment to see if it's feasible as an option for airing up. There is concern that four tires plus the connection to the pump, I could have multiple small leaks, and that might make them inadequate. So I got my four-way inflation system connected. All four connected. I just checked the pressure in the system, and it's like 17.5. One thing cool about this pump is I can actually set the target pressure. So I might as well show you everything to start. So turn it on, start, stop, pause, start, pause, and then there's modes, and I'm going to do the small truck mode. And basically that changes the pressure ranges that are available. And in fact, I'm going to go the large truck mode since I'm doing 4 tires. But starting pressure is 35. I'm going to go 32. So I'm showing you is we're at almost 3 minutes, and it's up to 29.2 psi. I'm also trying to give you an idea of the volume of this thing. It's really not absurdly loud, and it is really smooth running. And I'm getting the impression this is a truly feasible option so far. I'm kind of impressed, to be honest. So right after I started the video, the pump within like 30 seconds had shot from 17.5 psi up to like 27. I may have not recorded that by accident. So we're at almost 9 minutes, and it's at 30.3. I may not be as impressed as I thought. However, I do want to say that for my purposes in my experiment, the fact that it's even feasible, I'm kind of impressed. I'm good with this so far. I'm still showing 3/4 battery. Again, for my purposes, I would make sure it's fully charged before I take it out on the beach or anything. But even if and we're almost at 9.5 minutes. If I had to quit right now, I'm above 30 psi. I would be comfortable driving it home. So far, I can tell you for a roadside option, this is not going to be a problem at all. Like I said, lightweight, nice container. For my purposes, I think this was a good place to start. It's one of those things, like I said, if you're camping or something, you're going off-roading or whatever, I mean, to stand around and talk and let this be is fine. I'm sure tire to tire would be fine as well. So I'm at 31 psi, just over 10 minutes on the clock. We'll try to catch the auto shut-off. So just over 11 minutes. Now at 31.7, 31.9. And there it is, 12 minutes almost on the dot. So I'm just noticing now that it stopped, it's reading 28.4. Again, in this Jeep, I still feel safe driving that home, but I'm gonna see if it'll start again and what that does. I'll start the timer again though. Yeah, so it seems to read that gauge may be a little off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up to 35. Oh, not 40. And go 35, and I'm going to start. Okay, so now, at least with this 4-way connector, I'm questioning the accuracy of the gauge on this. So I don't know if you saw, but apparently I failed to start the timer again when I said I was gonna. So I'm just gonna add a minute. Yeah, it's showing 34.5 now. Again, like I said, I question the accuracy on this. What I will do, once it's done and it hits 35, I'm gonna test the pressure at this end of the connection for the four wheels. But then I'm gonna hurry up and pop the connectors off of all four wheels just to avoid any unnecessary leaking. And I'm gonna check the pressure of each tire just to confirm. So at the moment it seems to be sustaining at 34.5, and we'll say at 15 minutes. I don't know if something reset and it's reading more accurate. I'm also down to half battery at this point. And there is the valid question of if 5 points of small potential leaks is hitting its threshold, and maybe I'm not going to make 35, but we will see. So I don't know what all the experts would say as far as me being comfortable driving my truck home at 28 and change on the PSI. With tires like this and these size wheels and all the above, I'm confident. Some of this is based on my first truck. The recommended PSI for like an off-road model was 26. So anything above that I'm pretty comfortable with. But, you know, I would lean towards what the manuals say and what's on the door and things like that. Based on this experiment, I think 35 is going to be unattainable. I've been stuck at 34. I just hit the 34.6 just now. So I'm going to give it a little more time and see. We're at almost 17 minutes on the clock, and I added a minute because of my failure to start it. So figure about 18 minutes minimum. But again, like I said, feasible. I mean, I wouldn't be stuck on the beach hoping somebody else had air. And just shut off at 35. But it's reading 32.1 immediately after. So I'm just going to see where that's at. So here we are. I'm just going to leave the timer running for now. So 32.1. My original target was 32. So I'm going to pop this off quick. Let's see what this says. It's showing more like 31, 30 and change, which I'm okay with. Give me a second. So I pulled off the quick connects. I just didn't want to leak too much air, and I all four tires disconnected. The nice thing about these quick connectors is this inflation kit comes with these style quick connectors, which is very nice. I put on these little wire tie things to help organize things, because in the bag for the pump there's actually a space in the back where I can fit that. I'm going to take a quick round to each tire and just make sure the pressure's above 30. Right just above 30. Just above 30. They should all be pretty much equal. You know, if anything I learned in science is accurate. Almost 31. Just under 31. Okay. So, as far as I'm concerned, passes my experiment. I do question if, especially adding a little setup time for the four-way inflation, that counts for time. Trying to pump up the volume of four tires at one time may be taxing to the pump, but it seemed to handle it pretty good. The pressure gauge accuracy kind of changes that a bit. I don't know. In fact, I'm curious to see what it says if I connect it to one tire. 31.3. So that's realistic. I don't know how accurate the other gauge is either. So I imagine going tire to tire and just pumping up each tire individually would be a little more time efficient. But again, it depends on everything else. It depends on if you have other things you can do while you're pumping it up. If you have the option to rinse off your truck or something while you're doing it, that might be worthwhile. I'm kind of impressed, to be honest. So the links will be below. I'll throw in a couple other things. I have the deflators I used. I have the pump, the gauge that I'm using, which, hey, I'll show it to you. It's glow in the dark. If you get a little light on it, it's easy to see at night. But yeah, there'll be links below. And yes, full disclosure, if you purchase through one of those links, I benefit a little. I don't know how much. I haven't had any luck with it yet. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope maybe a few people will make me a couple dollars or something. That'd be great. Reward me for my time. As far as the pump itself, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I'm pretty happy with it. I like the fact that it is also a low pressure inflator. I run an inflatable kayak. Maybe it's another time I'll test that out a bit. I don't think I'm going to do another test or another video just to compare single tire inflation. For a roadside option, it's great. For a garage option, you want to top off your tires, fill up basketballs and things like that. It's definitely adequate. The pressure gauge may be a little off. There's also enough variable with the 4-way inflation setup. I would just aim a little higher than you need to go, and it's a viable option. Definitely, I could have spent about the same for onboard air. I could have spent a lot more too. If I had onboard air, I'm not sure about additional expenses for install and potential problems with the install, or even just keeping it in good shape. It's a lot of factors that this eliminated. That would definitely be quicker. Anything with an air tank would be quicker. So I also have inflation stuff for, like, one of the beaches I would go to has compressed air readily available. I just connect the tire inflator thing, 4 wheels, done. But that's not always the option. So again, a viable option, small package, and have it with you all the time. I would agree to make sure it's charged before you plan on using it this way. It did put me down to half battery. So yeah, the comes in a nice container, and I can use this back section for my inflation setup. And for now, I'm gonna even put the original foam block on the top. And I'm gonna do 2 hands to zip it, but it'll fit. And there it is. So, Etenwolf Vortex S6. Link will be below. Definitely a good roadside option, definitely a good around the home option, and apparently a feasible option instead of onboard air. Thank you. Hey there, a couple other quick mentions as an update. So that's a USB-C charging block and a cord that they come with. The missing slot in there was the quick connect that I put on the end of it more permanently. It just screws on. Back of it has the charge port USB-C. It has a USB-A connector, and it is also considered to be a battery, like, charge station if you wanted to charge your phone up or whatever. It's a big battery. It's whatever milliamps, hours, or whatever it is. It's a lot. Sometime maybe in the warmer weather, I'll do a quick little thing on the inflation stuff. That particular connection won't be automatically compatible with my kayak stuff, but the hose from that pump might fit in this. If not, I'm pretty sure some type of adapter or connector or something would work. But I'll get back to you on that. That's about it. It did say to fully charge about 2 hours. And there is a flashlight for, the top is a light, which not a feature I'm really going to use, but it does have like a solid flashlight, flashing or strobing, more like flashing, and an SOS mode. Other than that, it's all there. Like I said, this wasn't so much, I'm not doing an unboxing, I'm not really doing a review on the item, though I am relatively pleased with it. I think it's a good item for its price range. And it's kind of refined. It's nice to have in your car. Like I said, nice bag. It seems solid built. I'm not worried about it deteriorating or falling apart or anything. It's pretty solid, and it's lightweight. Again, yes, I'm sure I can spend more money and have a lot more power, but again, like I said, this had a $50 off coupon at checkout, and whatever the price point was, I don't know if it would be worth it for that price, but for $50 less is definitely worth it. Okay, thank you.